Welcome everyone to the third Thursday meetup of the West Orlando WordPress Meetup Group. I'm Rob Watson, a co-organizer and host, and West Orlando WordPress is an official WordPress meetup group and is affiliated with the main WordPress Orlando and WordCamp US meetup groups. Tonight's presentation is how to successfully manage your business's online reputation. Jeff Bezos said, "A brand for a company is like a reputation for a person. You earn reputation by trying to do hard things well." Online reputation management, or ORM, is a multifaceted concept that is aimed at creating a positive public perception of a brand, business, or person. The importance of online reputation management cannot be understated. Thanks to sites such as Google Reviews, Facebook, and TripAdvisor, it's easier than ever for customers to post their comments and criticism online. And as many businesses have discovered, negative reviews can have a disastrous effect on revenue. In this presentation, we will explore how online reputation management works. We will delve into how to actively monitor and manage your brand's reputation across the web, ensuring that your business is properly represented and that potential customers are left with a great impression on who you are and what you do. You will also be provided with WordPress tools and additional resources which will help manage your online reputation effectively. Our presenter tonight is Patrick Alexander. Patrick is the CEO and founder of Balambico, a professional website and online solutions firm specializing in making companies look better than the competition online, starting with a stunning professional website. He holds a BS in computer science and mathematics from Cameron University and an MBA specializing in M.I.S. from Wayland Baptist University. Patrick is a tech savant and enthusiast who has devoted himself to the tech industry for over 20 years, gaining extensive experience in programming, web development, cybersecurity, and system administration, and a resume with related positions in the U.S. military, universities, and internet startups. Patrick hails from Dominica, the nature island of the Caribbean. His personal motto, "Living to not be ordinary," fuels him daily to be a motivated and driven individual who knows that hard work and steadfast discipline is the recipe for continued success. During the talk, in the chat window, please feel free to type questions you have, and I will queue them up for Patrick to answer after he's done with his talk. After the talk, feel free to pose your questions in person as well. At this point, I'd like to invite everyone to mute their microphones for the presentation. And Patrick, thank you for being our presenter this evening. The time is now yours.
Thank you, Rob. For me, I was wondering if you were talking about me. So I love these accolades. Some really, really good. And yeah, so I enjoy technology. I think just a little bit about me. My name is Patrick Alexander, and I'm originally from the Caribbean, and I like to say I'm from the most beautiful island in the Caribbean. And I know if you ever speak to anyone from a foreign country, they always say the country is the best. But I would say that, not being too biased, right? I'm from the nature island of the Caribbean. It's called Dominica. It's one of the most unspoiled countries in the world. So you normally gets confused with Dominican Republic, but we're much smaller. We only have 70,000 people, right? So, and most people don't know about me. I was the very first person born on the day that the country gained its independence from Great Britain. And if any of you watching the show The Crown, you would have come across Princess Margaret of Wales. She's the deceased sister of Queen Elizabeth, and she came to give the Declaration of Independence to the country, and she held me in her arms. So I was held by royalty. Just a little history lesson. But definitely Google Dominica. It's one of the most beautiful places on earth. And with that said, I know Rob gave some more about me. My company is Balambico. We do websites and online solutions, and I do enjoy the WordPress community. If any of you have been to WordPress, WordCamp Miami, you would have seen me. I was an organizer for the last 5 years, and last year I was the lead organizer. Unfortunately, next year I won't be a lead organizer because recently we moved to Atlanta from participate in WordPress down here in Atlanta. All right, so I just want to share that with you guys, some relatedness, and have, a little bit more about me and my WordPress experience. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen here. All right, so let's just dive in, right? What exactly is reputation management? And one of the reasons that I want to cover that is because it's something that with my company that we started to do a lot with many of our clients, where more so than ever, we know that a company's online reputation is important. And as I go through the slide, what you realize, online reputation covers a number of things, right? And but in a nutshell, a company needs to know whatever is being said about them online, sometimes before it happens, right? And after it happens. And so I'm going to go through my presentation and we can see that. So reputation management, right? So we're saying that with reputation management, businesses should have the ability to manage their online reputation, ideally from one place, right? And be found through customers, through accurate listings, and more importantly, be able to see what's being said online and engage in online conversations. Okay, so that's very important for every business to do and participate in. Recently, I found that every business, from a chiropractor office to a dental office to banks, right, there's a number of things being said about them. And even you and I, especially me, before I spend my money somewhere, I would typically search for that company or individual online and look at reviews about them. So that's what, in a nutshell, reputation management is, and what what companies that you work with should be paid attention to. All right. So what is reputation and management? Right. That's one of the things that you need to pay attention to. So for a company, they need to ensure that their listings, they confirm that they're listed correctly online across a number of mediums, across a number of platforms. And I'll show you in a second what that means as well. Across a number of mediums and platforms. Additionally, they need to manage and monitor all the reviews. So we have some popular review sources like Google, Facebook, Yelp, and some individual businesses like in the healthcare, RateMD is one. For the car dealership, I call them dealerships. Sorry if you work for a car dealership. They have their own version. And these are some industries that's really proactively monitoring what's being said about them online. However, these are not the only businesses. I believe any business should take that as a priority. So even you, if you're a developer or you provide services to your clients, that's a service that you may want to definitely offer them as well. Another thing you need to pay attention to is compare yourself to your competition, right? So if your competition has a better reputation than you, you just can rinse and repeat, copy, right? See what they're doing or what they're not doing and improve upon it. And most importantly, to control your reputation, you need to monitor what's being said about you, about your business online or your client's business if they task you with that task. All right. So that's what you need to be paying attention to as far as reputation management goes. Now, to manage reviews, there are a number of ways to manage reviews, right? You can respond to them directly, right? So if you have Google My Business, for example, As soon as someone leaves a review, you get notified, right? You also have Facebook, where persons leave your review. And to additionally, you also want to keep track of any words being mentioned about that business as well. And you want to take action. What this is showing is a tool that we use to do this for our client. And I will give a demo in a little bit as well, as far as how that works, and things to pay attention to. Right? The benefit about monitoring reviews, you get to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. And once you present it to your clients, they can take action. Or if you're the business owner, you can take action as to what's working and how to improve, and what's not working and how to fix it. But you're in the driver's seat by monitoring the reviews. That's the key. You want to monitor the reviews. We have clients that I want to say something obsessed over it, and I say just do a good job. While I'm on that, something I want to cover, the question might come up, is how to get rid of negative reviews. The way you get rid of negative reviews is by sorry guys, I'm home. My daughter is here. The way you get rid of negative reviews is by proactively asking your clients to leave you reviews. However, you don't ask them to leave you positive reviews, and you don't incentivize them to leave you positive reviews, right? Any reviews should be authentic. With that said, sometimes someone is more inclined to leave you a negative review if they're upset with your business, right? If they're upset with your business, they're more inclined to leave you a negative review as well. And some person has made it a habit of giving bad reviews so they could get maybe a freebie from the company. So you definitely want to be aware of those as well. But with that said, managing reviews is important. Also, responding to reviews, right? This, again, we'll talk about our tool that does it effectively, but any tool that you're using, especially if you're in an industry that has a high, especially if you're in an industry that has a lot of reviews happening, you want to respond to them as quickly as possible. And sometimes you want to use a software that has a template that allows you to do that properly, right? So you have to use a software that has a template that allows you to do that effectively. But in addition to that, hold on a second, guys. In addition to that, you definitely want to have a software that, yeah, you definitely want to have a software that, even if you're using a custom template, the response has to be authentic. Okay, you cannot just you can use pre-made responses, or you can create your own pre-made response. But more importantly, you want to respond to every review. You want to respond to the good ones and the negative one. Some companies make it a habit of only responding to negative reviews. I don't recommend that. So I always say that the fact that someone takes the time to leave your review, it could be a 5-star review, it could be a 0 or 1-star review. You want to respond. You want to say, thank you for leaving me that review, good or bad or ugly. Okay. Now, something that works is displaying your reviews online. And the tool that we use has one to do it, but there are a lot of WordPress plugins that allow you to do that. And some of them are free and some of them are freemium. But the reason that you want to do that is because you can display reviews from Google or Facebook or even Yelp on your website as a way of a testimonial and giving your brand authenticity. So you're making your brand look like the go-to brand for the service that you provided based on the responses that your customers give. So for example, this is one of our clients, and this is it's a WordPress website, and this is the review plugin that's being used here. Right, so this one from Rich Plugins, right? They are one of those that provide that service that allows you to display the reviews from Google on the website, directly on the website. All right. And additionally, something that's really neat as well to do for your clients is have them leave a review. And this is the dentist that we work with. We do this in two folds. One of the dental software that she uses, we have it automatically every time the client leaves the dental office to text them and say, hey, leave us a review. And this is the link it sends them. And what that link does is that it takes them directly to this option to leave a review on Google. All right, so that's pretty, it sends them that text. Okay, so that is this is just one of the plugins that's used to do that. They call it a number, but there's a number of plugins. So just what you want to do, if you want to find a plugin, it's always from Rich Plugins. I think this is the free version of this plugin. And the free version only allows you a certain number of displays and only Google. So there's different ways to show the display. But this one is a WordPress plugin from Rich Plugins that allows you to display the reviews on the website like it's being done here. And as I said, that's a good thing to give you validity, right? And so display the reviews on the website. The tool that we use for our clients also, it's a WordPress tool, but it also allows that to happen as well. And as you can see, as I said, 90% of customers will read, right, reviews before purchasing. Show off your good reviews on your website or on your client's website. Additionally, you want to monitor mentions, okay, about who is mentioning your business name at any given point, and different terms that helps your business as well, right? To ensure that you're involved in the conversation. Again, I'll talk about the tool that we use. It allows you to do that. Another way to do it, another hack, is to use what is called Google Alerts. And what Google Alerts does, it allows you to monitor, right, the web for interesting content. But more importantly, you can put an alert for any term so your business name, certain features. For example, at one point, one of the things we do is like provide WordPress training. So we have a Google alert that says anytime WordPress training is mentioned, to send us an email. So you can use Google Alerts to also monitor what is being said about you, about your client's business, or the type of products or service that you provide. With Google Alerts, however, you want to be very, very specific so that you don't get a bunch of unwanted alerts in your email, in your inbox. So that's one of the ways to do that. And again, I'll talk about the tool that we use. The key advantage about our tool is that all that can be done from one platform. But there is a price for it. If you want to if you're looking for a cost-effective option, I just showed you two ways to help them to help do that. Something else that's very key in reputation management is monitoring the listings about your company. So you want to ensure that the listings for your product or your company or your service, especially your company, right, that address, the telephone number, the website, is accurate across platforms. And the reason for that are a few things. One, you're never too sure what search engine or platform that the customer is using to find out information about your business. Additionally, I mean, you might say that everyone uses Google. Some people have a vendetta against Google. So some people still use Bing, Yahoo, and some other search engines. Additionally, the reason you want to ensure that the listings for your clients or for your business is accurate online is because Google, the more consistent information that Google finds about your business online, Google trusts, you get a higher trust worthiness with Google. So that's something you definitely want to update. I don't know at this time any free options to do that, right? The tool that we use allows you to do that, but that's also part of your reputation to ensure that any information about your company or your client's company is accurate online. Okay, so updating your primary listings is key as part of reputation management. Also, citations as well. So you understand any instances about your business name and data, right, that's cited online, you want to ensure that it's correct. And the free tool to do that is Google Alerts. Or you can also, as I said, use our the product that we use as well. Same thing, keep an eye on the competition. Right? There's nothing wrong to copy what the competition is doing. So if you're a dentist, you have to keep an eye on them. And in keeping an eye on them, you can definitely help to optimize what you're doing as well. And again, one of the ways you can do it is using Google Alerts, or you could use this tool right here. Social monitoring, the same thing. Especially depending on the kind of business that you're in. If you're in a business that customers are always looking at your social media and you're always engaging them, you definitely want to be ahead of the game, ahead of the curve, right? So you want to monitor conversations on social media, conversation probably your employees are doing, or conversations that persons are having about your company. You want to be in those conversations proactively. One of the tools is Google Alerts, but this tool that we have also allows for that to happen as well. Okay, and yours, the same thing, reporting is key. So if you can have a tool that can aggregate some of these reports for your clients on a weekly and monthly basis to let them know what's being said about their company, that is very important. So what I'll do, this is my information. I'm also going to show a little bit more detail about this kind of a succinct way of this tool. Give me a minute here, and how we utilize it for our clients. And if you want a demo or more detailed presentation of this, you can feel free to meet with me afterwards. But I'm going to kind of show you some of what I'm talking about in terms of clients reputation management this here is, this is, okay, it's a little bit slow. One of the things I had before. So yeah, so this is, so a lot of times when we speak with clients, we show this to them, how their business or prospects, how their business is doing online. And this kind of show them the reputation, right? So this is, it's a little bit slow because I had it up before. So let's say we're speaking to this guy. Okay. So this is kind of how this client looks, this business looks online. They're Salt Med Spa in Georgia. And this is what the online reputation looks like from the listings, the review, and the social, right? That's kind of what, these are the areas which talks about reputation. So the listings, reviews, and social. So if I'm speaking to this prospect, right, I would say that, hey, you'll have a lot of work to do. There's incorrect telephone numbers about your business out there. Your reviews are questionable, right, to say the least. And right here, this is what your listings look like. So there's some correct listings somewhere, inaccurate listings elsewhere. With this setup, this has to be a paid service for them to update it. Our tool that we use can do it automatically for them. Another tool that's popular is Yext, right? I don't know of any WordPress tool that can update listings. And as you probably can tell, the client could actually go to every one of these services and update it themselves for free, but that takes a lot of time. And another reason that, especially during COVID, this became very important is because a lot of companies, they were changing their times often, right? So a service like that can update all the listings quickly definitely helps clients like this as well, right? And as I said, more importantly, what it does is that it just let Google trust this company if all of this information is accurate across the board. Okay, so as I said, we would show this to this client. Their social is F. They're not doing much on social media. So their online reputation, I would say, is overall maybe a D or an E. And especially for a company which provides a service, that's something that they would want to definitely fix. I can also show an example of one of our clients. So example where we use this, where this is used. So what I was sharing about this platform is there's different ways to, there are different ways to monitor and manage reputation. I showed you, you could use Google Alerts. You can use Google My Business as well, because it also sends you an email. You can use some tools on WordPress to display it on your website. With this tool, it allows you to do all of this in one place. So here's an example for the reputation management, where if this client wants to respond, right, to reviews, so this right here, you can come here right away and just say thank you. Additionally, it shows the client, and the client shows key insights about how to, like what is trending about the business and what is loved about the business as well. It also shows the negative parts as well. So that's one of the negative things by highlighting the 1 star. All right, so these are the kind of insights that you want to use for yourself and your clients in reputation management. You want to monitor the review. Oh, that's good. You want to monitor what's being said. You want to respond. and you want to be notified whenever something good and bad is being said for yourself and your clients. If you would like to get more information about how to do this for yourself or your client using semaphore tools or even the free tools, you can schedule a meeting with me. I like to call myself the small biz reputation guy. So if you go to small biz, you go to smallbizreputation.com, you actually get access to my calendar and you can schedule time with me. Yeah. And what else? And that's my telephone number and my email address.